See, our sound engineer Michael on the vex. Okay, true or truth? No, true and truth.
True or truth?
True or truth?
Yeah,
this is
true or
like our
truth.
second or third take. NEPA won't kill us. They keep taking these lights. Ah man, God go punish Adelabu. So can I say God go punish? No, you're
Who's Adelabu?
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
I don't know.
That's the minister of power now. Stop
That's why I don't know him,
embarrassing us.
because there's no power. There's light and power.
That's why you should know him. Someone has to be responsible for this.
I don't know him, because there's no power now.
Apologies to the Mike. I'm sorry, not vex, I beg. Pardon. So, yeah, welcome to the third episode of True and Truth, Fifth and Fidel. So the last time we were, okay, I didn't want to make
There was no
mistake
time.
again.
There was no time because the last time I had to.
Yeah,
in a hurry.
Yeah, and you were in the process of convincing me that masturbation is a sin.
Is it not? You said it. You also agreed.
There's no way
You also
in
agreed
this
that it
world
was a sin.
I would never agree that masturbation is a sin.
If you didn't
Because
agree-
the idea of sin, not even masturbation now, the idea of sin to me is still subject to interpretation. You get? So masturbation on its own now, I don't see how masturbation is making the world a less better place. I don't see the harm that I don't see the toxic energy that masturbation is putting in the air. I don't see how masturbation is affecting any database, any data fact.
Well, but that's a different angle entirely, because the creator is not worried about your data fact. He's worried about his own data fact. So there's a difference between the Earth data fact and his own data fact. So that's
his own data now. How is it affecting the events of the everyday lives? Because if the creator is not concerned with data, that is a very dicey, questionable creator. If you're not concerned with, let's say, mortality rates, fertility rates, how would you even know the efficacy of your endeavors or your performance? How do you check your KPIs as a performing creator? You just talked about Adelabu now. You don't know Adelabu because there's no power.
Yes, there's no power.
Thank you. So it means that where there is no effort, the individual is to be questioned.
Yes, I believe in that.
Now, why do you now know? Because of the data of light you have been experiencing, or power you have been experiencing. That's why you are. Are you seeing what I'm doing right now? Are you seeing what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
This is going.
I
You said your
I'm
creator
seeing
is not concerned with the earthly data.
No,
Adelabu can also say, I'm not concerned with...
I'm talking about versus, like the earthly data concerning masturbation does not have any effect or does not affect anything in the grand scheme of things in life.
Okay, you know that. You agree to that.
No, I mean I know that's what you imply.
Statistically.
Yeah, that's what you are implying. That masturbation does not. And I'm like, that statistics is not really important
to God.
To God. It's not like God is not taking note of statistics.
What other statistics is not important to God?
I really don't know what
is mortality rate important?
I don't know.
Is fertility rate important to God?
Everything is important. But I'm trying to tell you what he's emphasizing on. What is, the scale of preference. What is more important to him is not the things that are really more important to us. I don't know if you understand. What is pressing?
So masturbation
to us
should not be important to him.
Might not be pressing to him. Everything is important to him because I'm actually as a minister. So
as a man of the cloth,
like we spoke the last
man of the cloth.
I don't know what man of the cloth means.
You don't know what I did.
Which cloth are you talking about?
The wine, the talk, I hear you.
So the last time we spoke, I told you that it's about what you conceive in the mind. Sin is not really the action alone. Sin is about the heart. So you before you masturbate, like I said, you need to think about sleeping with another man's wife, another man's girlfriend, another man.
It doesn't have to be another man's anything. It can just be someone that is not accessible to you.
Okay, it can be your wife. That's another question. That's another question.
Okay, listen, and it's very possible.
If a man masturbates
to his wife
with the imagination of his wife, would that be a sin? So I haven't thought about that before.
Maybe
I need to think about that because
masturbation is a sin.
But you see the beautiful.
When I was in Bible school, that year, when I see the thing say, heaven is his throne and the earth is his footstool. So in Bible school, one pastor then was like, this was how I started the thing. It was like, it was doing couples counseling one time, and a lady came, a couple came, and the lady was like, Pastor, I can't even explain. What's the issue in the marriage? I don't know if I say it how you say it. What is the problem? The lady was hesitating to say, what is the problem? She said, he used to do this thing before, but since I gave birth, he has stopped. I don't know what happened. He used to do it. What is it, my daughter? Talk. Oral sex. She said the husband used to perform oral sex before she gave birth. Then, after she gave birth, he stopped performing oral sex. And he called the brother. Why did you stop performing oral sex to your wife? And you know what I've realized with Christians is that they can use, I do it to you too, you can use the Bible to defend and attack anything. And this man said oral sex is a sin. And he started bringing out different Bible interpretation that would suffice for oral sex is a sin. And this, I will never forget this man. His name is Pastor Ehigato. How did I remember that name?
Why are you calling his phone name?
I don't know. His muscle memory just came. I didn't know I was even going to get his surname. Like, man, he said, that's a long time ago. Good, my memory sharp, small, shy. So he said, anything. The man has said,
we'll have that conversation about if oral sex is a sin
or not. This
man
has said, I remember very well that day in Wolfby, Raji Oba, we now sharp Raji Oba. Right? Yeah, that's what I did in my Bible school. The man said, any sexual act done in the confines of marriage, he said it emphatically, is not a sin, as long as it is between man and wife. And he told the man, go to your wife and put your mouth dead. Your class scattered. So now, begs the question now, if a man, like you said, which I don't know how rationally possible that is, but when it comes to sexual desires and activities, I have come to agree that there is no limit to what a man is capable of doing or desiring. So it is very possible that some men would masturbate with their wife, probably long distance relationship,
with their wives in their mind.
Yes, probably long distance, or maybe like over phone, like phone sex. They do it. Yeah, it's very possible for Yes, it's very possible. Your wife is in Nigeria, you in London. Now they phone sex, having a video call over the phone. She opens breast and it can happen. I'm seeing it now.
Why are you saying that? We'll censor that. Thank you.
Is this a PG rated?
Yes, it has to be PG rated because there's a PG pastor
here. PG pastor. Which PG pastor? So now, if you're saying that masturbation, okay, what's the sole purpose of masturbation, first of all?
Are you asking me that? Am I doing that created masturbation?
What's the sole?
I don't know. I feel.
It's to ease sexual pressure.
Yes, I feel that's what it is. But it can also be classified as an addiction. Not really.
It's very addictive. Yes.
Yes. So
anything has to do with sexual.
It's not necessarily because they want to. It's something that the person cannot just do without. And masturbation is really crazy. You can do it 10 minutes ago, and you still feel like doing it 10 minutes after. So it's not like there's any sexual pressure on that thing. I believe I'll talk from the angle of the scripture. It's a spirit. So
it's a spirit.
Yeah, it is a spirit.
Because according to Christianity or religious belief, anything that is habitual is a spirit.
Well,
so it itself is a spirit. Because I ate like not too long ago, and right now I'm craving that popcorn over there.
We can argue
Peter,
about.
Can you toss me that popcorn over there?
We can argue about anything.
Let me toss the popcorn.
Being a spirit or not, it's just subjective, and sometimes it is.
The truth can't be subjective now. The truth is truth.
Yeah. I believe that.
Cannot be
We're talking about masturbation now, and you were trying to link it to marriage, sex.
Yes, and I'm saying marriage. Okay, if as a Christian, how would you advise a Christian who is under sexual pressure to deal with sexual pressure?
No, I said that earlier now. According to the scripture, the Bible is talking about avoiding. It's innate for both male and female. For both male and female to have that hunger for sex. Either you're a man or
that's
a
not
woman.
a sin.
It's not. I don't think having the hunger is different from now.
Having the hunger is the same thing as having the thought. So
no,
you said as long as you can think it.
There is a thought. There's a thought process of the action, and a thought of I think I want to lay with a man or I want to lay with a woman. That thought is not demonic. because you are built naturally to think of it. It's like a thought process of being hungry, but you can decide to steal the food. So if you take the action by stealing the food, that's theft. But thinking about food is not. I don't know if you understand. It's not the same.
So a man sees a lady now, and he finds her attractive. He starts having ideas about her. Is that a sin? Yes or no?
Like I use the situation of food now. You can have an imagination for sex. Putting someone beside her and having that sex in your mind is
Is the sin. Okay.
So because you're stealing it, it's not your. That's not your problem.
Now let me ask you now: how possible is it for most of the couples that are married today started from lust?
No, I don't.
Most of them.
Okay, wait.
The lady passed. The guy looked. Omo, this girl go well. I'm paraphrasing now in his head because Brother John will not look at Sister Mary and be like, "Oh, this is a beautiful thing that the Lord has made." Brother John can look at Sister Mary. It is possible, and go like, "Man, see that," and he ends up marrying her. The thought can start from see that body, banging body, and I want to eat that. I want to that. That is the thought in his head. But because he's Brother John, he has to Christianize and gospelize his approach and his method. It can lead to marriage, at the end of the day. I believe most advances that translated into marriage had that element, that situational element in it. And it translated to marriage. But pending the time that it translated to marriage, that thought was there. And it is very possible that every time Brother John interacts with Sister Blessing or Sister Mary, whatever name I called earlier on, that thought was in his head. And the thought can equally be roaming in Sister Blessing's head. So they are constantly lusting in their heads, unwrapping their clothes in their heads
now,
before they got married. Because according to you, as long as the thought is there, you have sinned. So I'm saying that this is a series of sins that led to marriage. How would that be judged?
Now, first thing, I think we should try and limit our vulgar words, our raw words, because of my audience.
Your
my
members,
audience,
your members, your brothers and sisters.
We should, yes, that's.
But you should understand now.
They will not understand.
You guys should understand.
They will not understand.
This is something.
That's one. Then, secondly, lust is part of the works of the flesh, and there are lust of the eyes.
No chop popcorn.
Lust of the flesh and the pride of life. No, I'm not.
Okay.
So that's a man who is, and it is rampant. What you are saying is facts. Is the truth. It's rampant that male and female could lust after themselves and still end up.
Are lusting every day.
And still end up marrying themselves. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't say that is the bedrock of marriages. People marry themselves because most people marry for purpose. Not majority, or should I say some people marry for purpose. You see people who marry people that on the average is not their speck of man or not their speck of woman, but because by their purpose that they've understood in life, they find out that this man or this lady jives and is in tandem with where they are going to. And for that reason, and many people marry for so many different reasons. Some people marry because she's wealthy. That has nothing to do how she looks. But in the grand scheme of things, because of the topic we are having to discuss...
You didn't answer the question.
I'm answering the question.
No, I said marriage starts with advance. The man makes an advance to the woman.
For the bedrock of lust. That's what you're trying to say.
Yes.
And I said that's not true.
And
so that's not true. It's in some cases. So if I answer the question by your sentence, it means I've validated and agreed that all marriages or majority of
now
are bettered by lust. And that's not true.
Let's streamline it now. Hypothetically speaking, in the case whereby it was lust that started how would that person or those couples be judged? Will they be judged because they got married? Will the series of lustful thoughts in their head be written off because they ended the marriage, or it will be taken as a sin the same way the masturbator, like you said, because you are the one that said that as long as the thought is in your head, it is registered as a sin? the masturbator lusted, the rapist also lusted. But one ended up masturbating, one ended up raping, one ended up marrying. Yes. So these three variables now all have one common denominator, lust. So now, on the last day now, no, not even on the last day, how would your Bible treat these three individuals?
Now, so like I said initially, every sin is the same.
It's the same, okay.
But it takes you to the same destination, but different levels of, I would use the word punishment. But you see, they are not going to be judged for what they did.
People so the rapists will not be judged for...
I'm coming now. That's why you asked me. Okay. So people are not judged for what they do or what they do not do. People are judged because they disbelieve what will come and stop them from doing what they did. So now, if a masturbator from lust, his one ended in masturbation, another one from lust ended in raping, and after that raping, he accepts what will stop him from that and believe he falls into that same sin once in a while and still working with God is done.
He rapes once in a while.
Whatever the case may be.
God.
Do you understand? Whatever the case may be. And then God helps him. God forgives every of his sin. See, the one who killed somebody,
and still because
he has killed, God will forgive.
I know there's no sin that is beyond the blood of Jesus.
So
that's what facilitates a lot of charismatic
if in some cases, if I don't know when that will be, the world ends in you not stopping or not changing, you are just acting and professing to be godly or a Christian, but your actions continually till you either died or to the day of judgment comes, then all your sins, all will now be put to book. But for that person who had initially sinned, but now is you've gone to what be, it's a new creation. It's a new creation. He cannot be judged for those things. Like the scripture, they say all things are what? Complete it. Passed away. Behold, all things are becoming. So you don't expect God to judge him for those things. Yet he might get to face the earthly repercussion of his crimes, depending. I'm not the judge of that. God will make that decision. But
among the three of them, the only person that committed the crime is the rapist too.
And that's why you feel that it's
the rest are all of them sinned. But only one person committed the crime.
Yes, because that rape
is a crime anywhere in the world.
Yes, it's constitutionalized. That's why. So nobody's good. No constitution says that if you lost in your head, if you masturbate, that is.
If you get married to someone that you lost with.
Yes, so that's why that is a crime. But we're not talking about the government punishing you. We're talking about God.
Yes,
so that's why I answered what I said, that we are not judged by our actions alone. It is dependent if you actually believe in the one who can stop you from those actions.
So now, excuse me, for someone that's, okay, the married guy is out of it now, in the sense that as long as you lost, irregardless of the end goal of the lost is compounded as a sin on you.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. So the institution now, let's backtrack a bit now. So if someone who is lusting in his mind continuously, how would you advise that person? What would you advise that person to do to quell the lustful thoughts?
Well, it's a very simple thing actually, because the spirit man or the fleshy man, whichever, is a processor. It's like a system. It's garbage in, garbage out. So basically, it processes what he receives, and that's why we should be very careful with what we hear, what we see, and our community, how we grow. There's nothing much you can do to a man who is constantly feeding on things that would later, because these things will process by itself. Like you said, muscle memory. So the things are in your mind. You're not thinking about it, but it's like sometimes you don't listen to a particular song, but you find out that your mind is playing the beat or your mind is playing the melody, and you're not intentionally doing what? Listening, playing that song in your mind.
Happens a lot with rap music.
Yes, all kind of music. Now, so that's what happens too for lust. if you have a problem with lust, you have to basically come to terms that identify that this is my problem. But how do you kill lust? You kill it by what? Doing the opposite activities. Now, the lust is not just going to disappear by itself one day. No, it's not just going to. It's over time. You are replacing it because it's a vacuum. If you leave your mind empty, it will be filled up with something. But if you fill it up with a particular type of thing, over time, that is what your mind will continually process. And it will now be a battle. Before it can be 70% loss, 20% maybe academic, and maybe 10% football, something. But by the time you keep exchanging what you're expecting your mind to process, over time you find it fading off. And with the help of God, before you know, you're done with that lust. But howbeit, a man can still be constantly reading the Bible and praying every day, and a pastor and is preaching, and he's still fighting with masturbation. He's still fighting with lust. Because these things are also addictions.
No, I think it's human nature.
It's yes.
Lust. I think the attraction, because I am an heterosexual man. I don't know if it's An or A. I think I'll rather go with An because of the vowel sound. I might be wrong, but
you're right.
Heterosexual man. So I am naturally gravitated to lust over a woman's body. I am naturally gravitated to admire a woman, to desire a woman. It is a natural phenomenon. The same way I was craving this popcorn. I was craving something to eat. And I saw the popcorn just sitting idle over there. It started with because there's an innate desire to feed. If I can't crave razor blades now. I can't crave broken bottles to feed on. Do you get what I'm saying? I cannot crave brownies and edibles. I cannot crave what animals eat because that is averse to my nature.
Yes.
If I introduce those things to my body, I would die. The cravings is not even there. The same way I cannot desire a man. It's impossible for me to desire a man.
Why do you think you can't desire a man?
Because it is not my nature. That's what I'm saying. So when you said the lustful is a problem, I wouldn't consider it as a problem. It is only a problem.
Nature to lust, but it depends on what you lust after.
I think the word lust self, it is religious. It is the religious community or sector that created those terms. Okay, maybe not create like that use those terms to demonize the act. You find words like in religious community, you find words like fornication, adultery. In secular words, you find words like premarital sex, consensual sex. They are basically the same thing, but one carries less demonic weight. One is demonized. Fornication sounds like a sin against God, like a sin against the divine order. Same thing with adultery. Premarital sex sounds like an act, like an activity.
That's the plan of the
extramarital
devil.
sex.
That's the plan of the devil, to make it just look very natural and simple. When you are doing something very demonic, something very
so
evil.
You need demons to perform.
Yes, because everything that we do is engineered. I used to, yes.
And you're being influenced by demons.
It is. Like I said, it's everything do. Everything that we do is influenced by a spirit. Now,
this popcorn I'm eating right now, is it influenced by the spirit?
No, we're not talking about domestic things. Now, if I'm walking, that's not what I'm talking about. If I'm brushing my teeth, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about serious issues. So everything that we do, bad.
I use the popcorn because I'm actually not hungry. I'm not hungry. It's just
it can be gluttony.
Gluttony, yes. This is gluttony demonic.
But if you,
it's gluttony demonic.
If you are,
and I'm even introducing sugar in my body. If you are not
filled, and you feel like eating it, it's not gluttony. Gluttony is only accepted when you are very filled, and you still feel like eating it, and you cannot control yourself.
I am actually very filled.
Then you deal with that for yourself. I'm actually still talking about.
No, wait. Now, are you seeing what you're doing?
What am I doing?
Because this thing I'm doing. Wait.
Demonization.
Because this thing I'm doing doesn't carry more the weight, or what do you call it, adultery and fornication would carry. You are not even interested in this.
No.
But this thing self is even causing me harm. I'm introducing sugar in my body. I say, I've had a very healthy meal this evening.
We are talking about demonization. Now, demonization is not the
You say
generally
everything is
it's not the
demonic.
it's not the, it's, no, no, let me I want you to get this. It's not the generally accepted word as a demonized word that brings demonization. Demonization comes from the perception from the one who demonizes it towards you. So now you are doing this. Someone can be fornicating. I will not demonize the person, but fornication is a demonized word. But
he said it's influenced by demons.
That's what I'm saying. But I will not demonize the person.
But is fornication influenced by demons?
I've said that before, but how many times do you want me to say
yes or no?
I've said it yes many times. Okay, what will it change now if I've said yes 5,000 times? What my point is, I will not demonize a fornicator because I used to be a fornicator. I will not demonize a liar because I used to lie. I will not demonize a masturbator because I used to masturbate. I will pity the condition that he is. So demonization it has to be connected to this person. So that's why I said you are demonizing me. But people stick to the word. So the devil brings up other words that also sound like demonizing.
So the devil
say
brings up
consensual sex. Extramarital sex. Well, that's fornication, or that might be adultery. So adultery, fornication does not mean that you are being demonized. Is the mindset, is how you frame your mind that, once you hear fornication, that simply means the person is bound to hell. Maybe that's a deeper life mindset. Oh, sorry, please. I didn't mean to call deeper life. So
you're coming out the closet small.
So maybe you feel that if somebody has fornicated, it is automatic hell.
It's not me. I don't feel anything about
No, because why do you feel that the word fornication is naturally demonized?
Because I understand the concept of syntax. Mm-hmm. There are religious terms and that have secular equivalence, but both of them carry different emotional effects to the mind, in the sense that if a lady goes to sleep outside, goes to have an affair outside, what she did is extramarital affair. That's a married lady. She stepped out of her marriage, and that is an infraction on her marriage between the agreement she had between her and her husband, herself, her husband, and the government. Because I believe, like a Christian, I would believe marriage is an agreement between man, woman, and God.
It depends on the type of marriage. If they didn't court wedding, it's not.
No, I'm saying that. No, I mean Christian marriage. What a Christian would substantiate as marriage is kind of marriage. The church marriage. Now, what was they took their vows in the presence of God on the Bible, whatever. So, like, I believe marriage is a contract between man, woman, and the government, because the laws that would uphold when divorce would want to come in is the laws of the government. That's what would lead to alimony, child support, and all those. So now, in Christianity, they will call it what secular world will call extramarital affair or relationship. Christianity will target as fornication. I think it's fornication. They target as fornication, or some will call it adultery.
It's adultery.
Okay. Fornication, adultery. Now that sounds like a sin against God. Like you have done something. And me, like, I am not a supporter of extramarital
against God. So, like you said initially,
so like
fornication and the adultery should not be so much emphasized. Lie is a sin against God. Envy is a sin against God.
But those ones don't
strive.
The same way you will not put
heresy
is masturbation and rape. Are these sins?
Yes.
Okay. But
both against God and
but
man.
You said earlier on that there are different variations in the judgments,
but they all take you to the same destination.
Masturbation, a masturbator and a rapist cannot be judged with the same, because a masturbator did not inflict any hurt on another person.
Yes,
I'm just speaking with a rational mind.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
A rapist has done the most damage to someone on another individual and to the society at large. So, in my head now, I would say, like I said, I understand the concept of syntax, because in the religious world, there are those terminologies that actually mean the same thing. But that one is just to attack your religious conscience. If you tell a Christian now you participated in extramarital affair, the effect it has on that Christian psychology is not the same as when you use the word adultery. Words are very powerful.
That's how it's
You
supposed
understand
to
what
be.
I mean? Like they are very powerful. The same way you see a free spirit individuul, they will say he's a carnal man. You got it?
It depends on what he's doing.
No, man. A free spirit individual is not living with the tenets of any religious laws now. You get what I'm saying? So, like, if you will call it the people of the world. People of the world.
Not
just
necessarily.
to demonize the act. Now, back to a friend of mine. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine some time ago, and she was part of she was a key player in one of these new uprising youth churches. Youth church, very popular one, a mega youth church. But she says, when you have been indoctrinated and you have a key role in their church, they encourage you to get married to avoid fornication. Why? I believe that design is there because they understand that this is a community of youthful exuberance, and youthful exuberance comes with a large degree of sexual urges. So, in order to contain your sexual urge, go and get married. Brings me to the main question I have for you today. Do you agree to that? In order to contain sexual urge, you get married.
Yes. So, all right, let's take a quick short break. As we come back, we'll really go back to that question.
You want go Google?
No, I know Google. Okay. Thank you very much.